All right, so this question says the graph shows the relationship between temperature and altitude. Calculate the slope of the graph and interpret its meaning. So for a graph, we know the slope is the same as the rate of change. This is described as change in y over change in x. What you need to do is from the graph, you can pick any 2 points. And since they have given us 2 points on the graph, we just want to go ahead and use the 2 points that are given. And then the other thing I would do is go ahead and construct my slope triangle. So my vertical distance there and my change in y here. And I notice that my y value is going down, so I know this is going to be negative. And my x values are increasing, so I know that that is going to be positive. All right, and we're going to figure this out in a minute. So the 2 points that we're using are 225, and the other point is 2,213. I'm going to go ahead and, just for my sake, I like doing this, label my x coordinates, and x is altitude, and my y coordinates, which is going to represent the temperature in degrees Celsius. So the slope of the line, slope is equal to change in y divided by change in x. My change in y, I'm going to use my second point. So change in y, that is 13 minus 25. Change in x, that is 2,200 minus 200. When that is simplified, if I take 13 from 25, that's going to give me a negative 12. And that's what we had here, a negative 12. And then if I take 200 from 2,000, I'm going to get a positive 2,000. So on my graph, this is a positive 2,000. Now that can be simplified by dividing top and bottom of your fraction by 4, which when simplified, that's going to give me a negative 3 over 500. And that's the simplest it can get. So I know the slope of this line is equal to negative 3 over 500. My y value was temperature in degrees Celsius, so I know that is degrees Celsius. And my x value was altitude in meters. So what does this mean? It means that the temperature decreases by 3 degrees Celsius for every 500 meters in altitude. So every time the altitude increases by 500 meters, the temperature decreases by 3 degrees Celsius.